Sometimes that's not a good thing. But I got a certain way into this model, the USS Shangri-La, 1/900th scale. It's pretty odd. But I got up to the point where I'm about to tear off a lot of my masking tape. So I thought, I haven't done a video in a while. Maybe I should flip the camera on and do it that way and have a little chat. So that's exactly what I did. Hey gang, Mr. Belmosan here, aka Steve, or is it Steve aka Mr. Belmosan? I don't know, pick one. Working on a Lindbergh kit. Lindbergh makes pretty awful kits. I think they have a few good ones, but in general, it's not a good deal. And round 2 bought them and several other model lines, and they re-released the kits. They don't fix them. They just take the original molds and make more of the junk. So it's very strange. But one thing I do like about Lindbergh is they make kits nobody else does. They make They make this. This is amazing. Look at this kit. Nobody makes this. So this is phenomenal. So I'll be making this someday. I'll probably do something stupid like put lights in it and make it a bigger project than it should be. But yeah, Lindbergh makes cool stuff. But things like this are not good. Bad seams, bad fit. The superstructure is just 2 halves, and I painted this black. So, but all this detail is in 2 pieces. It's not very detailed, and the windows. I know the windows on the front. It's supposed to be rows of windows. I don't know how I'm going to make that look like windows. It's not. It's crooked. It's got a seam in it. So that's that. However, when I first opened the kit, here's where we are now after painting with lots of masking tape. I noticed that the deck was very detailed and super clean, and that's the focal point of this when it's going to be on display is really the deck. So what I did was I took a base coat of Tamiya flat black XF1, painted black on the entire model. Then for the anti-fouling red on the bottom, I didn't have that, so I took folk art paint and I mixed this one, black cherry, with harvest orange. And I couldn't get it quite right, and my daughter, who was visiting at the time, she said, and she's a good artist in her own right, she said you need to put some yellow in there because it wasn't red enough. So I took King's Gold, which I had, which is basically kind of yellow. Mixed that in, it came out much better. I don't know if I got an exact match for anti-fouling red, but to me it looks pretty good. Then I remasked the hull. I covered up a strip of, I took masking tape and covered up a strip for the waterline. I think to stay black. I think I made that too thick or wide, however you want to put it. The space on that, so let's see, but that's the way it's going to stay. We'll see how it looks when it comes off. And then I spray the rest of the lower hull Dove Gray, which is another folk art. Came out pretty good. A little bit of splattering. Came out pretty good. Then for the top deck, I noticed looking at pictures online that the hull was gray. The deck was a little bit darker gray, which is here, which is covered up right now. And the rest of the deck was an even darker gray. So for the gray, I took Tamiya and I was watching If you don't, you should watch Andy's Hobby Headquarters on YouTube. He says you take a brand new bottle of Tamiya paint and you open it and fill it the rest of the way with X28 thinner, almost to the top. So I've seen him say that twice, and I'm like, you know what? I need to try that. So I took this medium gray, filled it, shook it up, sprayed this section, and it was amazing. It was so smooth, no splattering, perfect coat. It was a revelation. Turned me into a pro with just that one tip. So then this section had to be darker. I didn't have a darker gray, so I took this gray. I took the Tamiya XF1 flat black, brand new bottle, filled it with the thinner, just like the other one, and then I took from the black and started putting drops into the medium gray. Quite a few drops to get it this dark. Maybe it's too dark. We'll see how they look when the tape comes off, but again, it sprayed perfectly. So that's my new go-to now for airbrushing Tamiya acrylics. Alright, where do we start? I'm also seeing if this Tamiya paint will hold up the painter's tape without peeling up. Persuading here. See that anti-fouling red showing up? Don't want to scratch it either. The less repair, the better. That's my white. That's my Tamiya, what do they call it, flexible masking tape for curves. And I'm flipping back and forth calling it Tamiya and Tamiya. Supposedly Tamiya is the right way, but since I was a teenager I called it Tamiya. So old habits die hard. So far, so good. Oh, it's on there tight. Wow. I didn't know I pressed so hard on that. It's not a good thing. Paint's holding up. Okay, we're back. You may have seen a little jump in the video. The camcorder battery died. How unprofessional is that? Alright. Might as well go ahead and let's take this water line off, see what that looks like. Whoop. Okay. Hoping this paint stays on. So a little piece come off, not too bad. Is that another little piece? It's a bad spot. Very tiny. Stuck everywhere. Okay. Let's come down this side. A little bleed there. Oh well. Still not too bad. Some more little bleeds. Boy, I thought I had the edge of that really down well. It's not too bad. We have a water line. Maybe it's not too thick. Oh, alright, the deck. So, it's the dark gray. This portion of the deck was light gray. We'll see what the contrast is. Nice. Gotta be careful now. Oh, the paint held very well. Alright, now we'll see the placement of this line, because when the decals go on, there are long stripes of decals, and it's supposed to line up with this edge between the light gray and the dark gray. I guess if the decals are off, if it doesn't line up, I could tape this off and respray a little bit and fix it up. But this is the Tamiya paint, which came out excellent. Down here is the Walmart Joann's Fabrics folk art paint, which is like, to these, like 99 cents each. It's not too bad either. And my homemade anti-fouling red is looks like the right color. Yeah, so this Lindbergh kit, the two hull halves and the other parts are pretty basic and non-detailed, but the deck has very good detail on it. Like it. And that's the showcase, that's the centerpiece. So, may turn out well. Got a couple planes to put on there. And then we'll take the superstructure. That's about it. This piece. Just two halves. We'll see how we can fix that up. I'm not sure about the gray. I believe in photos this may match the lower hull, not this gray, but the much lighter gray. I'll see. I may paint it the medium gray, because there's a lot of black and white pictures. So, we'll see, but for a little Lindbergh kit, I think it's actually going to look nice. So I'll have to eat my words on Lindbergh. It was a little bit of a pain doing the two hull halves, getting them to line up, a little putty. But I will give Lindbergh some props because the deck looks very nice. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching.